I've got an STD in Pattaya and I don't know what to do. Don't worry, Webby knows. I'm going to tell you how to get tested, how much it costs, what's on offer, where you get your medication from, and so on and so on. So watch this video. This is a serious one where I'm going to talk about sexual transmitted diseases in Pattaya. So welcome back to the channel, and this is a very, very serious topic. I want to talk about, is it likely you'll get an STD in Pattaya? What happens if you get one? You are high risk, and so on and so on. So what I've done, first of all, I've Googled, as you can see by here, is it more likely you can get an STD in Thailand, or do you get one in the United Kingdom? And this is a very important start to the video. And Google says it's difficult to definitely say which country is high risk of STD because the data varies by disease. Both countries face challenges with rising STI rates. Thailand has been noted for a significant increase in reported cases linked to factors like tourism, limited awareness, stigma. The UK is also seeing rising rates, with one source stating the new STI is diagnosed every 4 minutes. So there you go, right? And then you got other data, and it goes on and on, as you can see by here, right? So what I want to talk about is you come in on holidays in Pattaya. So get yourself a nice cup of tea, like I did, pause the video, get yourself a tea, sit down, and let's go through all the information and how we can work together to make you have a nice, safe holiday. Oh, Tetley's tea. First of all, right, you come in here and we all know what the entertainment is like here. But the girls are getting tested, or most of the girls, especially girls who work in gents clubs and bars, are getting checked on a regular basis, because the last thing they want is any big problems here with that sort of thing. So the girls are getting tested, but what about you? The first thing I'm going to say, if you come in here, make sure you wear a condom. That's without a shadow of a doubt. But the problem is, in this town, you drink beer and beer and beer, and you're out all day, and you're out all night, and the girls are drinking, and you don't know what the bloody hell is going on, and at the end of the night, you have your bit of fun and you don't use a condom, and then you're panicking for the rest of the holiday, or some of you are, some who don't care, saying, oh, I should have wore a condom, I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that. But anyway, so if that is you, I would say to get yourself some, I think it's called PrEP, right? So before you come, and the NHS give it for free, right? So PrEP for HIV medication. To prepare for HIV medication, also known as PrEP, you must first consult your healthcare provider to determine if you're right to get it, right? Get tested for HIV and other STDs, and so on and so on. But you can get it, and the NHS is free. So if you take that, you basically are okay for HIV, right? I know that's pretty sharp. You don't want to be catching that when you come on holidays. So that's one way to prevent HIV, is a condom, basic, and PrEP before you come. And I think you've got to take it 28 days before. I'm not a consultant, I'm not a doctor, but I want to get into the other things, like you want to get tested here, right? There are many places you can get tested. You've got this one by here, is on Soy and they've got a doctor there. I've used it myself, and you can get tested for anything and everything there. And I think it was about 1,000 baht or something to see a doctor, and then a couple of hundred baht to get checked in this one. They've also got one in Frepperson Road. I've used that one. Again, they got a doctor, but they've also got places where you just get checked. where you just get checked. And I go to Life Pattaya, and it's on 3rd Road. I'll put in the links for all this. But what I like about these is this bad boy. And I took Franco, right, with me. So I want to go through this together, right? So I'll put it up on the screen by you now so you can look. They got all different programs, right? All different programs. They got an economy program where you test your blood count, cholesterol, and that comes at 350 baht. That's not even a sexual transmitted disease, so don't worry about that one. You got program 2 as for liver and X, Y, and Z and cancers. You got number 3 for, it's the same as 2 for women. You got a standard package, which is what, as for your cholesterol, kidneys and blah, blah, blah. And you got number 5 for all sorts, so you can check for everything. But the one we want to talk about today is number 6. And number 6 is sexually infected program. So if you've got custard coming out of your penis, all right, let's just say it as that, then it's quite likely it's gonorrhea. But if you want to get checked, let's get checked. And they do a program for 700 baht, and they check for sexually infected program, and that's for vital signs, syphilis, hepatitis, HIV, chlamydia, and other stuff like gonorrhea and stuff. And that's only 700 baht. It's on sale. It was 1,150 baht. And the best thing, you don't even have to be embarrassed, because they'll check you, you pay, and then they will send you either an email or a text, whichever you prefer, to give you your results. And if it comes back that you got gonorrhea or chlamydia, it's no big deal. Believe me, it's no big deal. You just go into one of these bad boys, which is a pharmacy, and you say, I've been tested for gonorrhea, and they say, no problem, take 4 tablets before your meal, take 2 tablets after, and it comes to 650 baht. How do I know? Because I've had it, and the following day, it's gone. You have no sexual intercourse for 7 days, and then you're right as rain, right? So there is no dramas about or a stigma attached to having any infection. Again, 100% you do not want to have HIV, right? But everything else you could probably cure. I mean, I'm no doctor, but I'm just saying you can cure. And what I really find great as well is you've got program 7 by year, which is a marriage program. So my son's wife made him have this done before they got married, and it tests for all different stuff: hepatitis A, hepatitis B, HIV, herpes, everything you can think of is in program 7 to make sure that your lovely wife is fine, that she's going to marry you, so you don't need to use a condom. And there are other programs, but it's just hormone inflammation and so on and so on. But we don't want to be talking about that. So yeah, is there a stigma towards diseases? Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people say, oh, you've got to be careful, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. Listen to me now, right? It's probably a slightly higher risk than what it is back in the UK. And why? Because everyone is so active in this town. Use your head what I'm saying. Everyone is so active in this town. You only need one bad apple to come into this town, doing all sorts, getting drunk, then the girl will pass it on to another person, and then so on and so on and so on, and all of a sudden we got an epidemic. So my advice is, come here, take PrEP before you come, always use a condom, and if in any doubts whatsoever, take these tests before you go home. But you have to understand that HIV and X, Y, and Z do take, I believe, 2 or 3 months to come out on you anyway. So it could be proved negative even if you're positive. So yeah, I really enjoyed making this video. I've wanted to make this video for so long, but I've been too busy partying. And on about partying, if you are coming to town, just be mindful that the Queen's mother have just passed away. That's why everybody's in black. The bars are still open, contrary to what people say. The music has been turned down a bit, and just have a bit of respect if you're coming into town. So yeah, if you're coming into town, have a bit of respect, look after yourself, use precautions, always wear condoms. But I understand, because I do it myself, you get drunk and you wake up in the morning thinking, oh Jesus, what have I done? So I've showed you the places to go. And there's also one here now in John TM. So they're everywhere. So there's no excuse not to get tested, okay? So I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it was informative. I hope you take a little bit of heed and advice. But most of all, come to this town to have an absolute amazing time, because this place is the best place on earth. So until the next video, don't know where, don't know when, it's bye for now.